Larson, and I want to share a very valuable lesson with you today. My operations manager, Amanda, will actually be going through step by step so you understand every single nitty-gritty detail of how to do this operation. Here at Real Estate Mad Education, we don't believe in fluff. We believe in details. We want to give you actionable information that you can follow along with and go implement right away. I hope you enjoy this training. Thank you.
Hey guys, I just wanted to film this video to show you how to set up your CallRail account. You might want to use CallRail if you plan to have multiple marketing campaigns and you want to be able to easily track your campaigns. Or if you're using ringless voicemail, it's an easy way to have those incoming calls go directly to a voicemail. So to get started, go to callrail.com and start your free trial by clicking this button here. You'll enter in your email address and choose a password. Once you have those two things, you'll go ahead and sign in. Now it's going to bring you to your main dashboard, which shows all of your activity. To get started by creating a new phone number, click on Tracking and Create Number. We usually select using it offline for anything like direct mail, ringless voicemail, those sorts of things. So I'll go ahead and show you that. The number name, so this is going to be your marketing campaign. So if you're sending out a postcard, I usually do card and then plus whatever list it came from. That way if you're sending out the same card with different lists, you can see what list is working better. Just makes it easier to track. Forwarding calls, you will have to enter a number in here, even if you plan to direct all of the incoming calls to a voicemail. To set it up, you have to have a forwarding number. So you can enter in your call center number or your personal number. It's totally up to you. And then go ahead and click Choose Number. There is a list of toll-free numbers here, but what we like is the local numbers. So you would just search by your state or area code. So if you do that, it will give you a few options to choose from. Next is number features. So you can play a short message before the call, or you can record the call. Just double check if you do record the call, your local laws about letting the person know that the call is being recorded. And then activate tracking number. Now here you can either stop, and if you do stop, your calls will go to the call forwarding number you chose. If that's totally fine, then you're good to go. Just go ahead and call this number to make sure it does forward and somebody answers the phone. You always want to test out your numbers. Okay, but if you want to use the call flow to set up the incoming calls going directly to voicemail for maybe like your ringless voicemail campaign, you're going to set up a call flow. So if you click on that button, you'll see over here to the left, call flows is highlighted. You'll create a call flow here, and then it's already on direct to voicemail, but if yours isn't, just make sure you click that button and then configure call flow. The first thing you want to make sure you do is label your new voicemail. So we'll just go ahead and put test voicemail here. And then you already selected to record or not record the call, but if you didn't or you changed your mind, you can always have that option here. And then the next thing you want to do is record your message. So you have a few options. You can either type the message here, and it'll, when someone calls and they get your voicemail, it'll just sound like the automated recording, robot-like, but we don't usually suggest that. We want them to feel like they're talking to a real person. So you may want to go ahead and record a new voicemail. So you can go to play recording and then choose your recording here. If you don't already have existing recordings in your account because you're getting set up, you can either upload a recording if you have one already saved to your computer, or you can create a recording using this CallRail feature. So to do that, you would just click this button to begin recording. So I'll do that now, and then after you're finished recording, you just click the button.
I'll do that now.
And then it will replay just like it did there, so be aware of that. And then you want to go ahead and give the recording a name. So I'll just leave it as it is now, and then create recording. So it has my recording uploaded. Everything looks good here. Just double check your information and click save. and then you'll have to click Save and Activate your changes to actually change the call flow. So you should be ready to go. Just again, double check because sometimes it doesn't automatically add it to your campaign. So go back to your tracking numbers and then look down your list and find the campaign that you're looking to change, card plus list. And if you go over, you see forward calls to, it's still going to the call forwarding number, not the voicemail that we just set up. So click the down arrow and then scroll down and find that voicemail you just set up. This is the one we just did. So we'll click that and then save and update. And as you can see now, it is now going to voicemail. And you can double check that by calling this tracking number and you will get the voicemail that you just recorded. So always, again, test out your numbers to make sure the flow works before you send any direct mail or do any like ringless voicemail drops or anything like that. But it's really simple, and next time if you create a new campaign, you don't have to go through the call flow every single time and record a new voicemail. So for example, I already have this campaign here set up. If I want to use that same voicemail I just recorded, again, just click the down arrow and you have all of these options to choose from. So pretty simple. If you're looking to use this number, you will use the tracking number on any of your marketing campaigns, whether it's direct mail, ringless voicemail. These are the actual numbers you'll use, and those will be forwarded to the selections you have over here. So I hope that helps get your CallRail account set up. If you have any questions, let us know. Hey everyone, so this is just an add-on of our previous CallRail setup video. I wanted to show you a few additional things. The first thing I want to show you is the type of account we have. So we have the Call Tracking 500 and the Lead Center Premium. And you do need the Lead Center in order for virtual assistants to make outbound phone calls, take incoming phone calls. We call it a soft phone. But basically that will let you add or remove agents, and each agent is able to use that soft phone, and they have unlimited local minutes, and then it does tell you the cost, the messages, and that sort of thing. Okay, so you will need the Lead Center add-on in order to do that, so make sure when you set up your account, in addition to the regular plan, you add that on. And then the next thing I want to show you, we're over here already under Manage, so you can see we're under account settings. But one of the things, if you go back over here where I clicked on the icon, you'll see users and notifications. So when you're setting up your account, whether you're going to have somebody under you that's in here actually doing this for you, or if it's just yourself, if you click on users, you will have the option to go ahead and create a user in here. And I highly suggest creating a user rather than giving out your personal login information. And then the user type, reporting is on the lower end. They're not going to have access to do a lot of different things that you may need somebody to do. So I would stick with manager. Definitely not administrator unless it's somebody within your company that you fully trust, because that person will have complete access over your account, including billing. So try to stick with the manager user type if you can. They'll be able to create campaigns and tracking numbers and those sorts of things without having full access. So you would just follow the steps to create the user. You just need their email address to get started, and their first and last name. Okay, and then back over here under your icon here, we're going to go into notifications, and this is going to be really important because if you don't set up notifications, you have to stay logged in and checking your calls and texts and everything right through CallRail, and sometimes if you're out or you're not logged into CallRail while you're on your computer, you're going to miss these notifications. So it's just better to set this up. So if you're a virtual assistant or if you're a client or anybody else using CallRail, make sure you come in here, go to calls and text, and create your notification. So what you can do if you click on that, if you have multiple companies, you just select the company that you want to create the notification for, and then the person that you want to receiving these notifications. So if you're setting this up for a virtual assistant, or if a virtual assistant is setting this up for a client, either way, you just come in here and select the username. Okay, and then it says your notifications will be sent to the email address. This is the email address that they signed up with. And then all numbers. So you can select specific phone numbers. So for example, Eric is our acquisitions guy and he doesn't really do anything with some of these other ones. So I could just select his phone number. But for example, if I want Daisy to receive notifications and she works with me across all acquisitions, I might want her to get notifications for all of the numbers. Okay. And then we want all calls and all texts. Okay, and then when you customize this, it'll allow you to further choose some of these notification types. I, again, just select all calls and all interactions. I want to see everything. And then filters. I usually don't put anything here. And then I click delivery. And I like to get my notifications by email. That way they just never get missed. I can be out on my phone. I can get the email there. I can forward that on to somebody else. You could choose to get both if you want, but definitely do the emails and then click save. And you'll see now that she has a notification created to her. And then we could either leave it, or if you ever want to change or delete notifications, you can do it just as simple as that. Really important, so make sure that you please set those up. And then if you ever want to check activity of an account. So this is a really cool tool. You can check on your campaigns, you can check on your agents. Basically, it allows you to filter all of the data, but if you just click on that, it brings you to this page where it shows you everything. And then if you want to filter this down further, you can see what happened, over across the days or the weeks, or add a filter. And here, if you want to search by agent, let's say I want to see what, Eric is doing right now, or in the last week, right? You click on the name, and then you can see all of the calls. And if there are any recordings available, you'll be able to play those here. Sometimes they've abandoned the call, or maybe it didn't get recorded. When a VA or whoever is actually using the soft phone within CallRail, they do need to make sure that they hit that record button. Otherwise, it won't be recorded. And then incoming calls, as long as when you set up the campaign tracking number, as long as you selected to record the calls, you shouldn't miss any of those. Okay, so that's how you filter down if you ever want to see what anybody's doing within the account. And then Lead Center is here. So this is where your virtual assistant or whoever is actually using the Lead Center will go, and you can see all of the text messages. You can actually make outbound calls and stuff here as long as you're one of the agents set up on the account. And it looks like they're getting an upgrade, so we'll just skip that for now. But basically, those two Lead Center buttons, here we are. This is where your virtual assistant, or if you were going to be using a soft phone to make outbound or inbound calls, would go. And you can listen to the recordings. You can see, all of the different tech history here. And then also, if you have a smartphone, what's really cool, if you download the CallRail app on your phone, you actually have access to all of this right on your phone. So, yeah, that's basically just the few updates I wanted to go over to make sure that you guys had all of that information as well. If there's any questions, just let us know.